kick in favor of the reigning champions, Edo Queens.
I mean, Remo Stars ladies have been on the back foot for most of the start of the first 20 minutes of this game, or the first 19 going to 20 minutes of this game, as Edo Queens have been the one asking questions. And right there, the captain of the side, talking about Kafayat Mafishere, is there to take another set piece for Edo Queens. I'm begging to see if that will be the first goal.
Well, she has taken it and she goes straight into the arms of Charlotte Ajay, who wouldn't let any ball slip past her. She would ensure that her team is still in the game the first 20 minutes of this encounter. It hasn't been as eventful as we saw earlier on, but in their own right, it's going to be a very difficult one for the defending champions who, like we said before, are looking to defend their crown. This is a team, after winning in Bayelsa, they represented the country on the continent first off the WAFU B qualification, where they won that crown and then qualified for the main event, which is the CAF Women's Champions League. They traveled all the way to Morocco and Ivory Coast, that was precisely, where they beat two-time champions in Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, and also played against the likes of TP Mazembe team. Those are really difficult teams to play against. They've come back home with that experience, and probably that experience have worked for them. But will that be the case here in the Super 6? Will that experience be exactly what they would use to defend their crown this time out? It is Immaculate now of Young, who used to be a player of Rivers Angels, of course. We'll take that one for Chalatache, but this time out it's also a throw-in for Remo Stars ladies, and she has all the duties. She does the goal kicks, she does the throw-ins,
an effective one there.
Yeah.
Let's see how immaculate her performance will be today. I mean, she's putting in the shift already. Will it be an immaculate performance for her and her team? That begs to be seen. They are all in their white jersey, all white jersey, white shirts, white shorts, white socks. We're waiting to see if Edo Queens will stain their whites again on this ground.
Staining their whites. The sky blue girls are all clouded in their whites, like Joy have said. And Edo Queens are all on a yellow from top to down, which is their socks, except their boots, which would differ. I have never seen a club who would have all their players wear the same boots.
Color boots.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think I have seen that. I think players are allowed to choose
what you want.
And we've seen players sometimes decide to wear different color of boots.
Yeah,
I mean, to play. We've seen it's a signature of one of our ladies in the national team, talking about the in-person of Michelle Alozie, who says that she got that idea, and of course from one of our idols in football, in Mario Balotelli, who wears different colors of boots. So yeah, I think that is the only thing that we get to see that is more uniform in a team.
Well, the fans are trooping in. It is Remo Stars who have the ball, the strike. Oh, that strike lacked the power, lacked the precision. It just was Bashiru who had, Kafayat Bashiru, who had a brilliant right-footed strike, but it lacked the pace and the power to ensure that it troubles Marufa Demola, who's the goalkeeper for Edo Queens. And we'll go again. It is, of course, Remo Stars again. But what a ball that is. Bolaji Olamide is trying to increase our goal tally, but that isn't what we've seen of her in the regular season.
Yeah, and I think she's actually raising her hand to talk about maybe the sun. Because she's trying to apologize, because the two hands up right there means something, and you expect that she'll be striking the ball better there, considering the fact that she is the most little forward in the NWFL this season with 14 goals, and she will be chasing to actually equal and of course try to surpass that of the person who owns the record of having the highest number of goals, talking about Amarachi Ojima, who has 17 goals from the 2014-2015 season, and Bolaji is currently on 14. This game and the rest of the other games in the Super 6 will determine if she would reach and break that particular record. So that is a chance that she should be at least putting on target, or at least testing the goalkeeper better than she did right there. Absolutely. Because it was on target, but I mean, it was nothing to test the goalkeeper. And of course, you will not expect a goalkeeper in the place of Nwfl Ademola to actually crack for that kind of shot, if you call it a shot. Anyway.
Well, it was a weak one at that. It wasn't the best that we have ever seen from the top goal scorer at this point in time.
Yeah, just saw the Essien, who was the League Bloggers Award Player of last season. That shows how important she is for Edo Queens. She has got really important goals for them this season too. And of course, a mainstay in this Moses Adoko side.
Well, looking at how things are being played now, Edo Queens have the ball. Edo Queens are trying to break as much as possible. This time the ball is with Miracle Isene, who would lose out. Send it out to the right-hand side of defense. This time it will be up. The ball is just around the 18-yard area of Remo Stars. Edo Queens doing all their best to ensure that they can get the first goal of this encounter, and they will lose out. Remo has the ball straight on to Kafayat Bashiru, who is on the left-hand side of attack for Remo Stars, finding Olamide in the box, but that wouldn't be the case as it was properly defended off. But then the referee would spot a player on the ground. This time it is, of course, Blessed Isigo.
Looks like Simisola Okesoji, who is on the floor, jersey number 27. Yeah, Simisola is on the pitch, and of course the referee has signaled, referee Ogbonna has signaled stop so that she could be attended to. And you can see that supporters club of both teams, Remo Stars and of course right now Edo Queens, right here in their colorful attires, and of course really interesting mask there, talking about Remo Stars, or the talking of Edo Queens supporters club right there with their very, very interesting attires, and of course beautiful music right here in the stadium.
We're looking at that very tackle again. Oh, I think she was lucky enough not to be stamped on by the Remo Stars, by the Edo Queens player. And now we go for water break. It's a very hot day, so I expected this sooner. In the first 26 minutes, we're already seeing water breaks. That's how hot it is out here.
Really hot, and I mean, maybe Dorcas, we might actually attribute this to how slow the ladies have started this encounter as compared to those who played in the morning, who came all out, gone blazing. We saw a goal in the first 13 minutes of the encounter. That's the fastest goal we've had today. I mean, the first goal. This is 27th minute in this encounter, and I'm sure that there's no goal that will beat 13th minutes goal we had in the first game of today. So yes, maybe the weather might also play part in what we've seen so far in the second, and of course this particular game that we're currently witnessing between Edo Queens and Remo Stars ladies.
It is still goalless out here in Iken at the Remo Stars Stadium, where defending champions Edo Queens are currently playing against host team Remo Stars ladies. And it's Edo Queens now who would go. It is a strike into the area, but oh, I actually did thought it was a goal. But it was a side netting.
Yes.
Exactly what Moise Aduku would preaching to his girls. You try quite a lot. This time it is Moses, Chioma Moses, from the right-hand flank with a right-footed strike. Just wasn't good enough. I thought she was going to give it a little bit of curve to it to find her teammates who were in the box, but she opted to go for goal, but then it wasn't the best of shots.
Yeah, not the best of shots, but I mean an attempt, and of course you know that you understand why the Remo Stars defense of experience and youth.
Edo Queens now still in that area, but the ball bouncing too much. They didn't afford Mary Chioma Moses to have a chance at the ball. Mary Angel, who we know is quite prolific in front of goal. This season hasn't been. She has battled with injuries for a very long time, and having to see her fit is what we all love to see. It's a corner kick right now, and captain Matthew Shere steps up and will be taking that one for her team at Queens, who are looking for the first goal. Are they going to break a deadlock with this one? Not the best of corners. We've seen amazing set pieces today, and I'm quite disappointed in what we're seeing here, I must confess.
Definitely. After seeing a game in which one of the first set piece of the game was what produced the first goal in the 13th minute by Siberita. I've seen really brilliant corners in which produced the winner for Natural Amazons. That particular corner by Alani Joseph getting to be converted by the captain of the side, Matthias Josephine. You expect that we maybe go on to see well-taken set pieces, but so far so good, especially for Edo Queens, who have had more of the attacking chances. It's been really poor by every standard, or by their standard, saying that they're the defending champions.
Well, defending champions they are. The target is directly on their backs. And if they have to defend their title, they have to start well here against the home team, Remo Stars Ladies. The fans are starting to troop in their numbers to see what the girls can do against the defending champions themselves. Edo Queens have had more of the ball possession in the first 30 minutes of this very game. On a very hot day, the girls are ensuring that they will finish things off and cool the temperature probably of the home fans here. Probably shut them off. Yes, it's your home ground, but we can do it anywhere.
They've done it before. And they'll be looking to do it again.
Exactly.
But I mean, for them to do it, they have to be taking more of these chances, or do better with the chances that come their way so far. Talking about Edo Queens, because I mean, they've not impressed me in any form. And I don't want to judge Remo Stars ladies yet, because I've not seen them go forward as much as I've seen Edo Queens in this game. And maybe when they've gotten a couple of number of chances come their way, maybe by then I'll be able to judge what they've played so far today. But so far, Edo Queens with more of the chances, going front foot more often than not. And I mean, wayward with their finishing, wayward with their crosses, wayward with their free kicks, wayward with their corner kicks also. And I'm sure that our coach Moses Adoko would be very worried about what this is, because I mean, you are playing a Remo Stars ladies. Yes, they're a newbie to the Super 6, but they can sting you, and they've done that in the regular season to teams who would not believe that yes, this is a team that we're supposed to be bothered about. This is a team that I'm talking about Remo Stars ladies. It's a team that fought to avoid relegation in their first season, and the second season they are already in the playoffs, finishing second on the log. Not just coming there by luck, but I mean they did so well that they finished just behind the defending champions in a group that had themselves and had the likes of two-time champions, Natural Amazons right there. And of course, you understand that yes, they fought their way to be here, and they are deservedly here. And of course, they are also hosting, which might be another morale booster for them going into all the games, including the one they are currently playing today.
The center referee is Pisogo Nayashi. Has done quite well in the first 32 minutes of this very encounter. The girls are giving it their all, but maybe not their very best, as Remo Stars ladies were trying, but they would lose out this time. They were looking for a corner, but then the referee says no, that is going to be a throw-in, and rather a goal kick. And a goal kick it will be for Edo Queens, with Morufa Demola, the goalkeeper, about to take it, or maybe her teammate who will be taking that in captain. Standing up to take that on Matthew Shere as well. Mary Angel. Yes, we now see the head coach.
Yes, Remo Matthew. I mean, you can imagine how she will be racing down from the airport. And of course, coming to come see what her girls have been doing so far. And yes, I mean, that is a morale boost for the girls.
But do you think she'll be in the right frame of mind just landing and then coming in here to support the girls?
This is business. This is why she's here. This is why they're paying her. I'm very sure that if she didn't want to see this, she would have maybe stayed in a hotel or something. But she came right to the stadium and she's on the bench already. She's not even sitting in the stand. She's on the bench. So you understand that this is really business for her. This is really important for her. As a win would definitely boost her chances of getting them to win their maiden title.
Remo Stars are now with the ball this time. It is going to be a strike outside the box. It looks like the coach's presence is bringing momentum to the girls.
That is why I said this is business. There's nothing like she just came, all of that. The girls are already saying that coach is on the bench, and I mean, you have to actually tell her why you should be trusted in the starting 11, and you can start seeing them going forward. And of course, that is Okesoji with a chance which went way off target, but of course, you can see that they are already going forward as against what we've seen in the first 30 minutes of the game.
They will go again, talking about forwards, but this time it was a brilliant interception from Edo Queen's defense. Edo Queens will now have to feel the pressure on them as the Remo Stars leaders will pressure and pressure and pressure. That seems to be the case now as Deborah Odiagbe sent that one out for a throw-in, but then right about now it is Remo Stars in Remo Stars' favor. Mary Anjo now will collect. Anjo back to our captain Mafishere to Odiagbe. Odiagbe will send the ball forward, trying to look for her teammate who is up there. And this time, she was sandwiched in between two Remo Stars players. And once again, the ball is still with Edo, but not cleared as it should be. Edo Queen still with it. The pressure is mounting now in the 18-yard area of Remo Stars. It is a steal, of course. Edo Queen's having it, a strike this time from Miracle descending. Just didn't get that power, wasn't good enough to trouble Charlotte Ajay, who will peacefully gather the ball and restart the attack for her team, Remo Stars.
Yeah, look to restart the attack, and of course, Miracle Sedi also showing right there why I mentioned earlier on during the start of the broadcast, why she is a player to look out for in this encounter, saying that she is one of the players who was rated in the top 50 of the players under 20 by Go.com. Of course, you know, when a player is rated by Go.com internationally, she is one you should be reckoning with in women's football. And saying that, yes, the under 20 team also have been a team that has been doing really, really well. You see that this is why players like Husseini are some of the players that make a chunk of that team. And you can see on our screen, Coach Wemima already in business right there with her striped shirt and jeans on the touchline, already issuing instructions to her girls. And yes, one of our girls is on the pitch getting attention from the medics. Waiting to see if it's okay, Soji again. Okay, this looks to be Hannah.
It's Anna.
Yes.
Well, she went to ground on her own. It wasn't like she had a collision with any of our opponents. But right about now, she seems to be struggling with something, which I'd like to think that Anna Ibrahim, yes, of course. But the center referee will kickstart things again with Charlotte Ajay getting the ball to get things off and going.
Talking about Hannah, who is a player who just walked off, going to get attention off the pitch for that particular knock that she got. It's one of those players who has been very, very solid for Remo Stars this season, combining with the experience. Well, Hannah is one known for her youth, is young and fearless, and of course one of the players who trended on social media as a player who played on the very day that she lost her dad. She said no, she was going to go play in honor of her dad, and of course that particular day they won against southwestern rivals in Ekiti Queens out here on that day, and I mean, it was all emotional for her and everyone who was here to watch her on the very day she lost her dad. And this is a lady who has also been a mainstay in the Flamingos team, talking about Hannah Ibrahim, and she's combining with someone who is experienced in...
Edo Queens has the ball in the 18-yard area of Remo Stars lady. I'll come back to you shortly, Joy, but this is an attack that might yield to something, a striking. Oh, not the best decision making for Edo Queens in their final third today.
And that is one of maybe what has been working for Remo Stars ladies. That's why Edo Queens forwards have not been blasting or blazing on all cylinders. Remo Stars defense have been solid today. I mean, because they are there to rattle the attack of Edo Queens, and with rattling the attack of Edo Queens have not been able to find the best of shots as expected of them, of what we used to seeing them in the regular season. And I was talking about Hannah Ibrahim, a mainstay in that defense, a very young and fearless player, and of course combining with her partner there, who is a standing captain, Akudo Obona, who is known as a veteran in this league, and two of them have had a decent number of clean sheets when partnered together this season. I mean, they're in the Super 6. What do you expect? They've done something really right in the regular season. Yes, not minding the fact that they are forward, or the combined forward partnership of Kafayat and Bolaji is the deadliest in the league. You also want to talk about some of the tidiest defense. We talked about the defense of Bayelsa Queens earlier on being the ones with the least number of goals, but I also want to talk about all that tidy defense, and you want to mention that of Remo Stars ladies, because they've really been clinical, or they've really been tidy at the back.
Well, it was a beautiful one touch from Edo Queens earlier on, and that triggered some of the fans here to appreciate beautiful football. Moses Adoku, who took Bayelsa Queens to winning their title 2 seasons ago. He also went ahead. He is one of the coaches in the NWFL to of course, take 2 teams to winning the title, the NWFL championship. That's to tell you how good a coach he can be. But then a delivery into the area, we'll see Charlotte Ajay, the goalkeeper for Remo Stars, keeping the ball and sending it out again as quickly as possible to get her girls. But that wouldn't be the case, as Edo Queens will collect too many turnovers from Remo Stars ladies.
Turnovers in the middle of the park, and they've called on the... Well, that looks like something that might have been rectified for a few seconds there, but another turnover from Remo Stars ladies, and this time around off the boots of Ogundele right there. And Edo Queens, of course, would be in possession of the ball once again. Remo Stars ladies have had to hustle for possession and not enjoying it as much as their counterparts. And let's see if that would actually play in to determine who gets the first goal today, because I mean, against the run of play, we saw the first goal in the first game go to Nigeria Tails. Against the run, or due to the run of play, or through to the run of play, we saw the first goal go to Bayelsa Queens, and the only goal go to Bayelsa Queens in the previous game. This particular one, Edo Queens.
That was a dangerous one there for Remo Stars ladies, because
that looked to be a bicycle kick on goal oncoming.
It would have been a brilliant on goal here.
Brilliant on goal, yeah. That's the perfect thing to say there.
A brilliant on goal that would have been if it had gone past Charlotte Ajay, the goalkeeper of Remo Stars. They would have to be very careful.
Well, very careful, but you also want to ask or consider the fact that maybe their communication is very, very top-notch, because I mean, at that particular position, instead of allowing it to drop to the foot of any Edo star player or Edo Queens player who would have attempted a shot on target there, she decided to take it and expect that her goalkeeper would be waiting to get that particular ball, and that's what happened right there. So yes, while it might look dangerous to us, maybe it's something that they are used to doing routine in training.
Look at the goalkeeper, the way she collected that. I don't think it would be a training move
Well,
own goal, spectacular one of that.
Not well. Like I said, might be what she would have just thought in her head at the moment when she was under pressure.
Yeah, it's better to send it out that way.
Yes, that way
than letting your opponent.
I'm going to take the shot, clear shot on target right there for any of the Edo Queen ladies who are standing beside her.
Absolutely. Right about now, we're throwing in favor of Remo Stars. Yes, it is the Immaculate of Young who does her duty again. Delivers the cross into the area. It is already 44 minutes, going to 45. It's almost half time here while we're waiting for the minutes to be added. It is still Remo Stars now, but then it will go as a throw-in.
There will be a throw-in for Edo Queens right there, and of course still searching for the very first goal. And this might be the first game in which we'll go goalless into the halftime, or go goalless in halftime. But it's back to the feet of Remo Stars.
Now gets it, but it wasn't properly kept. The referee has given a free kick in favor of Edo Queens, as she says that Basharu fouled the Edo Queens player, but she's the one struggling with the pains on the ground.
She's the one struggling, but
right about now it is 2 minutes of added time to the 45. But we're looking at that again. Should that have been against or for Remo Stars?
Looks to have been for Remo Stars, as that was a stop right there by Titus, who has played for Remo Stars in the first half of the season, like I mentioned earlier on. I mean, the referee is the one who has the final say, and let's hope that the final say for Remo Stars ladies is not Bashir Kifayat's game being ended right there with that particular tackle. She looks to be okay, looks to have stood up, and well, still trying to stamp her feet on the ground and going to run it off. Talking about Kifayat Bashir. Well, she's going back in, and Coach Wemimo is giving instructions to the likes of Immaculata of Young, and of course telling her to instruct the rest of her teammates on what she wants them to be playing. Like I said, it's business for her, and I mean, she's there to issue instructions to her players right immediately after she's landed from Ethiopia for that particular outing right there to, I mean, improve herself when it concerns coaching in Africa.
The referee looks to have brought out a yellow card or something, but we'll confirm who that was given to. It's almost time, but Edo Queens will take their free kick, as adjudged by the center referee Peace Obunaya. That was properly delivered, but then there were no yellow shirts in the 18-yard box. We haven't seen the best quality of this game just yet. Maybe the weather or not, but we've seen much more better games so far today in the first 45 minutes.
I mean, this is a team in which it's a game in which both sides have decided to be very, very defensive, or very, very careful. That's the word. And maybe that's why we've not seen them play the best of football in which we know them to play. But we're seconds away from the end of this half.
Well, we are waiting for the center referee to make up her mind, as it's almost time. But Charlotte Ajay has gathered the ball. Ibrahim Mirianjo just around there, looking around to see if there'll be a chance for her to parry or rebound that ball into the back of the net. But then referee says that play on, not time yet. Remo now with the ball. Remo Stars sends the ball to Bolaji. Bolaji will cross it onto the right-hand side. Attack goes on this time. It is, of course, still Remo Stars in the 18-yard box, trying to get past Amaka. Delivers it, but then a poor one as it was crossed directly to the Edo Stars, Edo Queens players. Joy, you put that one in my mouth just now. But then Edo Queens will lose again and regain it. And then the center referee, Peter Bonaya, says it's going to be another free kick. She's had the extra 1 minute. We're still waiting for her to call that as the halftime here.
I mean, with the infringements that happened right there in that tackle of Kifayat Ibrahim, she might have decided to be benevolent with more minutes in this half. And I mean, another free kick for Remo Stars ladies in a very juicy position.
Another free kick to be taken. Poorly delivered, and that will be all that we can witness in the first 45 minutes. It is, of course, Edo Queens, the defending champions, who started brilliantly. They pressed and pressed, but it yielded no fruits. As in the final third, the lack of being decisive cost them so far. Remo Stars ladies also had their chances, but then the both sides just wouldn't be able to get themselves in. But that is all that we can see in the final game of match day 1, and it will end half time. Edo Queens 0, Remo Stars 0 here in the NWFL Super 6. Well, it's been not the best first half that we've seen from these two sides. We do know that they can play quite well, but the first 45 minutes didn't give us what we wanted. But then again, the players are giving their role in a very hot, scorching weather out here in Ikene. And that would seem to be, we're looking at the highlights, and we've seen how these two sides have played. We saw chances, we saw Edo Queens more on the ball. They had more chances. But Fishery, of course, having a couple of those set pieces, the corner kicks to take. But still, they did lack the precision and were lackluster in front of goal. Joy, what would you say? What would you say is happening to the sides? Are they looking really good, or once again, are we going to put this down to the weather? Because yeah, I think the other teams also had their fair share of it. So.
Well, I think it's I don't know, maybe first day, will I say, the emotions that comes to playing your very first game for Edo, for the defending champions actually, because I mean they are the ones who actually beat in this game. They are the defending champions. They are the team that finished top of their group. And Remo Stars ladies, of course, in 2 meetings. They were able to get 4 points off Remo Stars in regular season. They drew in Benin and came here to get maximum points. So yes, Edo Queens have been the one who have been more disappointed in, and Remo Stars ladies not getting as many chances as you expect for them. But Edo Queens have been poor by many standards, and going into the 15 minutes break, I'm hoping that they will get instructions from their coach, Moses Adoko, to get to play the ball better, to actually hit the ball better, because they've been hitting the ball like players who are not the Edo Queens that we know.
Absolutely not the Edo Queens that we have seen so far this season, and neither are this the Remo Stars that we've seen, especially Bolaji Olamide is not exactly what we've seen. But we haven't had the best so far from the two sides, and that's how the first half has been, with the two sides playing out a goalless draw. Edo Queens 0, Remo Stars 0 in the first 45 minutes out here in the scorching arena, the Remo Stars Stadium in Ikene. saying they could hear what the directors were saying in the first in the Bielsa River. I don't know if they're hearing it. My colleague from Port Harcourt who was watching it was the one who told me. Now come and look at us. So now we are finished. Likewise, like this. They are innocent. They are innocent. Don't go anywhere. I hate to let it stop flying. Now we don't want to. This one is one now. Master never ceased. Wow. He's coming to church pretty soon. Loud?
Loud.
Yes.
What he's saying?
Very loud. What he's saying?
Because if you enter, it's entering through your microphone.
Very loud.
Microphone.
Yeah, very
So
loud.
here is where you can adjust. I want you to adjust.
Okay. So he has to say something so we know how. Yeah, he has to talk.
Tell him. Do talk back and tell him. Yes. So your mic is so loud on their ears. You need to talk so they can adjust the knobs.
But when he talks,
It's like
one of these things.
it's like left, right.
Okay, we switched
One
mics.
is your left, yeah.
This one is.
This one is your right. So keep the drop, so now the two ears here. Yeah, close too.
Alright, thank you so much. My hands is grown. The sound fancy. Today we're there for we go to pass now. I swear that we go to pass. Maybe now they will see what has I swear. Same thing happened to them this season against Liverpool. Arsenal. When City were dropping, when Liverpool were dropping all those points, they went to lose and drop points. I'm like, I hope you. I hope you. But I'm tough. Arsenal is playing Chelsea. Yep. Chelsea top 5 team. Arsenal is playing Chelsea. Chelsea is playing. Arsenal is playing Liverpool. Liverpool cannot lose back to back. So I cannot lose back to back. Second half on the way. We go here at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene. It is the NWFL Super 6, where the best 6 teams in the regular season from the regular season are here to compete and to win 1 crown out here in the very hot city. Of course, it is Peace Obunaya, the center referee, who have resumed play. First half ended goalless. Edo Queens 0, Remo Stars 0. The two sides will try again to try to ascertain their dominance over the other. But Edo Queens having been superior against Remo Stars in the regular season. The first game, of course, out there in Benin, ended 1-0. And it was Edo Queens who had the impetus to come to Ikene and got all 3 points. And can they do that again? Once again, this time in the Super 6, it is Miracle Sendes cross straight on into the arms of Charlotte Ajay, the waiting arms of Charlotte Ajay, as she would collect. What a feisty start we've had during the first couple of seconds into this game.
Maybe a reward for the kind of poor starts they all had in the first half of this game. And of course, you can see that definitely something to fight for in the second 45, from the way that, or the body language in which the two teams have resumed play, trying to keep the ball better. Both Remo Stars ladies and of course Edo Queens. And yes, still searching for a first goal. And this will be the first game in which we'll have no goals at the end of the first 45, and maybe you will see them make amends in the second 45. That remains to be answered, or remains to be seen in that particular one. But I mean, looking forward to an interesting 45. Something better than what I saw in the first 45 minutes.
Well, no changes yet. Not from Moses Aduku, coach of Edo, neither from Remo Matthew of Remo Stars, but then a brilliant free kick that was quite eye-catchy, but wasn't good enough to trouble Morufa Demola, the goalkeeper for Edo Queens.
Yeah, that looks to be a free kick taken by Blessed Isegbo, jersey number 11 for Remo Stars ladies. As one of their set-piece trusted players, or players who trust to stand behind their set pieces, corners, and free kicks. And that's another free kick. I mean, she took the final free kick before we went to that break, but I mean, that amounted to nothing. Same as this last one, in which that went a lot of inches wide the goalpost. So yes, still searching for the first goal from either team today in this final match game, or final game of match day 1 in the Super 6 tourney here in Ikene.
We've seen some amazing games today. The start of the NWFL Super 6 in Ogun State. This is the second time we'll be having it. The last time was Ijebu Day. This time is Ikene, in a very beautiful facility, which is of course going to have a party tomorrow, as Remo Stars male team will be lifting the crown that they won this season in the NPFL. Can the ladies replicate that to become the first club to have their male and female team privately, also not privately, to win the league? Well, Remo Stars with Kesoji leading an attack, but she was pushed off. But that the ball was just too much. She couldn't catch up, and the Edo Queens will collect the remains. Still Edo Queens now. Well, the referee has spotted an infringement on Asian MM, and also this was a battle of the number 11s. Asian, of course, was brought down by
it's a battle of the 11s, yeah. Yes. And of course, we saw that from Blessed Isegbo, and of course NM Essien. And Isegbo is on the floor, telling the referee that she got hit by SM, and expected that the foul will be blown in her own favor, and surprised to see that SM got the call in her favor. But she's seated on the floor and she's still arguing bitterly right there on the floor. while being attended to the medics.
Well, there's nothing that she could say now to change the mind of Peace Obunaya, who is our center referee for today in this very last fixture, match day 1. And on our screens we have Coach Fantastic of Remo Stars Leaders in Remo Matthew, who has something to say, and she's quite feisty about that. These are the fans who have come to watch their own, and Rivers Angels earlier on, who lost to Biosa Queens in the second match of the day. Well, play will resume, free kick taken. Edo Queens now has it, and that will go out for another throw-in for this time, Remo Stars Leaders.
Yeah, Remo Stars Ladies with Remo Matthew right there. I mean, a lady who took them from a team that managed to avoid relegation last season to a team that finished second on the log in Group A, just behind the team they are playing currently, Edo Queens. And of course, they are playing for their maiden NWFA title right here in front of home fans. So yes, she has...
Well, it is, of course, Remo Stars Leaders who have the ball in there. But she has been brought down at that point, and the referee says a play on, but has called for the player to be attended to. Do you think there's anything to that? Well, we don't have a VR here, so the referee cannot go back to watch that very tackle to ascertain if it meant to be a penalty or not.
Well, looking at what we saw and hoping to get a replay of that, we're seeing a replay right now, and that doesn't look like a penalty call. It looked like a very right call from the referee. The ball was cleared, and I mean, while trying to gain the ball, looks like Kafayat Ibrahim kind of stumbled on the knee of an Edo Queens player, and I mean, resulting in her complaining about her stomach and it's wincing in pain right there. And we're talking about Remo Matthew. Remo Matthew flew in all the way from Ethiopia this evening. He came in, I mean, almost 30 minutes into the game and straight right to the touchline to take over from her assistant who started the game as a standing coach for her, talking about Adeni John. And you can see that she's also called on reinforcement to start getting ready, because if the ladies on the pitch cannot get her the goals, she'll be looking to call upon others who she think can get her goals in this game. But Remo Stars Ladies, like I mentioned in the first half, had the deadliest attack so far in the regular season, with Olamide Bolaji with 14 goals, currently the only person with that number of tallies so far. Other people chasing her are in Mary Moses of Rivers Angels with 10 goals, and of course Janet of Nasra Amazons with 10 goals also, got her 10th goal today, by the way. So you expect that such a lady, and of course Kifayat, who is also looking for a 10 goal. Kifayat Bashir is on 9 goals. I mean, when we're mentioning the run for the crown of the Golden Boots, Kifayat is not to be forgotten. And I mean, she's also one player that can get the goals. And yes, that is a yellow card for Edo Queens, yes, who is yellow carded by the referee right there on that very dangerous tackle on Bolaji. Oh, not a tackle, but a shove, and of course dragged down. Oh, that is naughty.
Definitely worth a yellow card.
Yeah, that's naughty actually.
Yeah. This is not sportsmanship, we're not saying.
Yes,
in
I
the
mean,
sport.
your players on the floor, why step on out your knee? I mean, some referees right there would be giving you a straight red card. I think Obunaya is trying to be lenient right here, and of course try not to spoil the play in the first few minutes of the second half.
Well, it is Immaculata of Yongo, whose strike was too wayward to cause any trouble. Not to, of course, Morufa Ademola, not to the wall as well. She opted to go for goal, but then it was...
I think she forgot that she's not taking a goal kick as she usually take for her goalkeeper right there.
She has always done that.
Like I said, she forgot that is not a goal kick she was taking, and that was supposed to be a free kick, because that looked like a goal kick. And she launched it so high that it went way out of her play. And of course, nothing to kind of trouble Ademola in goal right there.
We've seen 2 yellow cards so far in the games, and it has gone to the respective number 14s for both clubs. Number 14 this time was, of course, Valentina Uroko, who was the latest to get that. But the other number 14 has to go to Remo Stars Kapaya Tabashiru as well earlier in the first half. She did get the yellow card. But here we are again. Edo Queens now with the ball. Still trying to find their way through and past the defense of Remo Stars leaders. It is still Edo Queens now. Mafishiri got the ball, send it out to Seni. Sending out with it inside the area, but was brought down. And Remo Stars will collect the ball again to restart their attack. Sends it to the midfield. Ball still with Remo Stars there. It's a game where the two sides haven't shown the quality that they possess. But we're starting to get there. Remo Stars now still with the ball across deep into the area, header. But then a header of Edo Queens sends that one out for a goalkeeper. It was Captain Mafisha. She has been efficient the entire time. She has held the lines clean, and once again she has saved the day for Edo Queens not to trail Remo Stars leaders so far. And that would win Remo Stars the corner kick. We'll get to you, but Immaculata Ofyoung is stepping up once again to take the corner kick. The tempo is starting to rise out here in Ikene, and Immaculata Ofyoung takes, well, from one disappointment to the other, as that corner kick was too disappointing to even describe.
I mean, like I said, seeing that we had a game of very good set-piece takers in the first 2 games, it kind of dampens the morale of everyone who has watched right here in the stadium. Of course, watched from the very first game that started by 9 o'clock this morning, where we got really good set-piece takers, from goal kicks, from corner kicks to free kicks. We got a free kick goal, we got a corner kick goal or a corner kick that led to a winning goal in the first game. We got another beautiful goal right there, and of course other chances that begged for goal in the other games. And so far so good. Set-piece takers for both teams have not really proven that if they face the other teams in coming fixtures in coming days, they will stand a chance against them when they play set pieces.
Well, it looks like if this is the best that these two can offer when they get to meet the other teams, especially what we saw in the second match, it's going to be a whitewash if you ask me, but we'll wait for that time to come while we bring you all of the updates as it comes minute by minute out here in Ikene at the Remo Stars Stadium, with defending champions Edo Queens currently taking on Remo Stars leaders. Remo Stars now, that is, of course, Bolaji trying to do 1 or 2 tricks to get the ball in, and she would win her team a corner kick. Bolaji is quite versatile with what she does. She doesn't just score goals, but she
creates assists too. And of course, in this particular game, you can see what she did in that play to earn her aside a set piece. I mean, while trying to wait for help, she did what every brilliant player would do there. And that is Shubomi with the corner this time around.
Yeah, Shubomi takes it, but then it wasn't the very best with
Hannah Ibrahim.
Once again, fluffing the ball out. She was expecting it to go to goal, but once again, too high. It's like reaching the skies. I'm sure we'll find it somewhere around Ijebu Day the last time out, because that ball, it was just too high and above the goalkeepers. But play will resume, and the referee says an infringement has occurred in Makoleta Ofyoung, bring it down Edo Queens player, and that will be a free kick for Edo Queens. The Benin Arsenal are looking to defend their title, like we said earlier on in the commentary. With this year being a year where they would make it 2 out of 2 in their history and represent us once again on the continent. Or are we going to see a former champion or a debutant win their first ever title in the NWFL? They have a couple more years, days to go. But so far,
I saw some beautiful runs right there from Remo Stars ladies. And I mean, eventually didn't amount to anything. And when it was intercepted, you could hear the shouts from the home fans who are here to stand behind their ladies who are playing it very first time in this competition, when it concerns the Super 6. Remo Stars ladies.
Chima Moses delivering to the area, finds nobody's at all in yellow, and another floating cross into the penalty area was cleared out. So Remo Stars will clear, but Edo Queens will collect. Coordinated passes here and there from Edo Queens on another ball floated in, but this time it was Charlotte Ajay who would come out to collect. This time for captain herself, Kafayat Mafishere. Not good enough, if you ask me. Another floated ball by the goalkeeper for Remo Stars, Ajay. Former River St. Joe's goalkeeper as well. But these days, with the Sky Blue girls doing her thing. Edo Queens. This time it's with Asian MM who sends the ball out, trying to find Asian who runs up to it. Edo Queens still got it. If you check the possession, it's all Edo Queens, but somehow the game hasn't exactly exploded. There are no fireworks.
No fireworks as to what we expected in coming into this game. And one of the questions I'm going to be asking is why a change has not been made by Remo Stars, especially when you look at that right-hand flank where Okesoji has been dispossessed more times than not in the second half.
Into the 18-yard area, another disappointed strike that should have let to go. It was a brilliant chance for Edo Queens to have put themselves ahead. This time through Blessed Ishibo, but then it still wasn't good enough. It was floated. It was a quick corner taken.
I mean,
a quick corner taken to Blessed Ishibo, but Ishibo just hit it out, and it's a goal kick for Edo Queens.
A goal kick for Edo Queens, and disappointment. You can see Shubomi raising her hands there because she thought she had delivered the beautiful pass that would have led to goal for her team, and saying that on her debut in the NWFL for Remo Stars and in her first season as an NWFL player, meaning seeing that she was signed for the very first time by Remo Stars in the NWFL this season, she got a goal, and maybe looking to help her team this time around to get the maximum points in their very first game. This is their debut game in a Super 6 ever. I mean, this is their second season. This is their first time qualifying for the Super 6. So yes, they're looking for their debut win in the Super 6. And Shubomi looking to help her team get that thought that she might have delivered what might have been the assist, or what this pass that should have been the assist that led to go. But that was a wayward strike right there from Blessed, who couldn't convert her chance there.
Well, the chance wasn't converted, but still Immaculata Ofyonga still has the ball just around the corner flag, but once again it's another wasted chance. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what will Remo Matthew have in her mind looking at how our team have approached this game, and especially also Moses Aduku, who actually did say that they are here to win it all during before the match started, when he was saying something to the press. He said this is a game, this is where they want to come defend their title, and looking at how these two sides have played, I'm sure they will be very disappointed.
Well, for Webimo Matthews, she would be asking her girls why they're playing with so much respect for Edo Queens, because from what they've done so far, maybe from the PTSD of what happened the last time they faced them on this ground, seeing that they became the very first team to defeat Remo Stars ladies at home since inception of the club. Maybe that's why they've been playing more on the back foot, being very careful with their passes, being very not ongoing like they used to be when it concerns the attack too, because we've not seen much of the ball with Bolaji Olamide, which we know is very, very clinical on our day. Yes, she got a very very slim chance in the first half, but that's been all we've seen from her. Any other thing you've seen from her was her getting that particular corner that was wasted by F Young in that particular one in the second half. So yes, that is, I mean, we've not seen much from her, but finally see something from her. And this is not something you want to see from Bolaji Olamide, as that looked to be very, very dangerous high boots that she raised and got to the face. Oh dear.
Not the best, I would say. Not the best at all.
That is just number 23.
Deborah. Adiagwe.
Yeah.
Diagwe, of course. So Diagwe has she's already off and doing. It's been maybe end-to-end stop, but not the best of the end-to-ends that would ask for. Well, either way, it's still goalless out here in Ikene at the Remo Stars Stadium, where the home team, Remo Stars, are playing against the reigning champions, Edo Queens. Rush tackles in. But the referee says play on, and play will continue just like that. Mary Anjo got it, and this time she has won Edo Queens a throw-in that now
like I said, both sides are wary of each other here. More Remo Stars than Edo Queens, but you have to remember that players like Ogbonna Doku, who is the captain of Remo Stars, or standing captain of Remo Stars, played for Edo Queens, so she understands this team to a certain level. And you also want to remember that two players for Remo Stars in the first half of the season are starters today for Edo Queens in the persons of the two persons, that's the two people that started for Edo Queens who played for Remo Stars in the first half of the season. Talking about Vincent and of course Vincent and Innocent, who both played for Remo Stars in the first half of the season, and this time around they will be playing for Titus Happiness, I beg your pardon, and Vincent Precious, who both played for Remo Stars in the first half of the season, are currently on the pitch playing for Edo Queens. So yes, both sides maybe being wary of knowing each other's weaknesses and knowing when to strike, are looking to ensure that they give no chance to space for any of the other ladies. So seeing Mary Anjo, 2 goals to her name, despite coming in the second half of the season for Edo Queens. Still looking for another goal right here to increase our tally.
Edo Queens will play the ball in, but the ball has been still dilly-dallying in the 18-yard area. Still there, Edo Queens trying to hustle that one out, but it is going to be Remo Stars who will clear their lines.
Once again, Okesoji is dispossessed of the ball. Remember I mentioned that I'm wondering why that particular flank has not received help, because I mean, she looked to have been bullied off the ball more often than not in the second half. Talking about Okesoji, Simisola, and we're hoping to see maybe her being one of the players that might be called off by Coach Wemimo Matthew in the second half, to ensure that she gets in players with fresh legs, or get fresh legs on the pitch, and get players who can run, keep possession, and create chances for the likes of Kafaya Bashiru, who has 9 goals so far this season, and of course Bolaji Olamide, who has 14 goals and is outright leading goal scorer of the day.
Well, it is a couple of changes right about now. Edo Queens are trying to clear their line. It is Akpobaro who is about to come in out alongside Osigwe, but Vincent Precious, number 24 for Edo Queens, will be out. Osigwe Goodness will go in. Mary Anjo also will see herself out with Marvelous Akpobaro making her way into the fray to assist the team. 2 quick changes that might change the sequence of the game, like we talked about substitutions earlier. Anjo Mary has been taken off, and Deborah Jagbo also in.
Well, Anjo Mary, talking about taking off players, and I mean the firepower of Edo Queens is one to be really envious of if you are not a fan of that particular team. You're seeing that you're taking off a veteran like Anjo Mary, and you're bringing in players like Osigwe Goodness, who this season has gotten 5 goals to her boots already, and of course coming in to see if she can increase her tally right now, as her team is still hunting for their first goal in the Super 6 tournament, and looking to start their title defense in the Super 6 on a winning start. So far, so good. 70 minutes played in Ikene. They are yet to see a goal, and maybe that's why Coach Moses Adoko has trusted the likes of Osigwe to come in and, of course, do justice to that particular issue, which is the goal-scoring issue for Edo Queens.
Well, it is right now. Blessed Isigbe, who was brought to ground earlier. She is suffering something on her muscles and is being attended to by the medic just outside. But then a free kick is about to be taken. Immaculata of Young standing just around there, alongside her teammate. Oh, I don't know how to describe that. I don't know how to describe that.
Like I said, Ofion seems to forget that she's not taking goal kicks when she's on set piece duties of both the corners and the free kick. Oh, we're yet to see a change from Remo Matthew, as opposed to Moses Aduko, who has done the double change already. One of those changes is who we just saw on our screen right now. Talking about Marvelous.
Well, still 2 yellow cards so far in the game, and 2 respective teams' number 14s. For Edo Queens, number 14, Valentina Uroko was yellow carded earlier on, and for Remo Stars, it is Kafayat Bashir earlier on, who was yellow carded as well. The 2 sides. You said something earlier, and I might not agree with that. I don't think they're the Remo Stars leaders are showing Edo Queens, respect. I just feel like they are not cutting it. They don't have the cutting edge where it is needed. And Edo, I think, are the ones that are playing below par with the quality that they currently possess.
Well, I think countering that particular point, saying that Remo Stars ladies, like I said, have the deadliest duo in the league. Deadliest duo in the fact that they have 2 ladies with very high number of goals leading the front of the lines for them. We have Olamide Bolaji, who has 14 goals, and of course we have Kafayat Bashiru, who has 9 goals, not counting the assists. And I don't think the cutting edge is the issue, but getting the balls to these players has been more of the issue, and which is where we've seen the likes of Ogundele Shubomi, the likes of Effiong, where they fall short to actually get those balls to the feet of these 2 players who, when it gets to scoring those goals, they know how to get the goals. And it's something that Coach Wemimo Matthew will have to fix. Also seeing that they've not been able to do anything from the flanks, especially from the right-hand flank there, where we have Okesoji actually prosecuting that particular one there. Has been bullied off the ball a lot of times by the Edo Queens players, and maybe she needs someone right there who can actually go head-to-head with the Edo Queens players, talking about Coach Wemimo, because so far so good. Okesoji has not had a very good game on the pitch today, and you can see the camera on her right there as she has gone into the box waiting for that particular, looks like a throw-in or a free kick, not sure.
I think it's a throw-in.
It's a throw-in. Going to be a long throw maybe, as everyone has run into, and no one is coming close to receive the ball. Okay.
Well, that wasn't also the best. Most us now will take it. Oh my world. It is Blessed Isibo, whose cross wasn't also quality enough. The changes has to be made with how things are looking for Remo Stars ladies.
And that's my friend. Okay, Soji, once again, bullied off the ball. But this time maybe she held on.
Yeah, she did. She did hold on, which she did.
Well, she's trying everything that she knows, and well, I'll give it to her. She's a fighter. I mean, we talked about height disadvantage in the previous game. This is another person who might be at a height disadvantage, and maybe that's why the defense line of and also the midfield also of Edo Queens have somewhat seen someone to bully on the day. But give it to her. She has also tried to do her best in this game. Maybe her best is not yet enough because she's still on the pitch and has not been substituted. So yes, maybe her best has not been yet enough. But this time it's Edo Queens.
Edo Queens has the ball in the interior area, but hasn't bullied off it. Properly defended off by the Remo Stars defender.
Yeah, Ibrahim Hannah right there. We spoke about her being fearless, that's why being young.
Absolutely.
In that center defense.
It is Remo Stars ladies now who would have a throw in. Bolaji was looking like she was about to take that. Edo Queens holding their lines. It was Valentina Oroko who won them the throw-in, which has been taken. Now another shot in. Still not the best that we would like to see. This game has been bereft of ideas and quality in all spheres, from defense to attack, especially in attack, where somehow one of these teams have the highest goal scorer in the league this season. She is Bolaji Olamide with 14 goals. The best last season, the entire season, we had about 8 goals, and that was Ijami Lucy Folashade, who is now in China.
Yeah.
And here we are. One of the teams that should be able to get the goals are playing as if they haven't ever touched the ball before.
Considering the fact that this is a player who is currently chasing the goal scoring record of Amarachi Ojima, who got 17 goals in the 2014-2015 season, and Olamide needs just 3 goals to equal and maybe 4 to surpass her record. And I mean, so far so good. Remo Stars have not come to the party in terms of taking their chances or even attempting, if you ask me. But I mean, there's still about 14 minutes to be played.
Oh, a beautiful cross in. A heavy one. That was one of the best we've seen so far in the game.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. That is from Mafishere, the lady you should not play with. Who got the goal again in, like I said, the PTSD goal for Remo Stars ladies on this ground during the regular season, giving them their first defeat at home ever since they became a club side in 2023.
Well, like we said, the best chance we've seen so far, it was Charlotte Ajay, the goalkeeper for Remo Stars, who came out to collect to ensure that her team is still in the game. So far, so good. It is still goalless out here. Scorching sun, and the players are doing their very best. Like NPFL coaches will say, go in there, commit suicide, probably is what we're seeing here with the 2 of them. Because that's what you have to do. You have to keep your team in the game, keep them in the fight, and hopefully, fingers crossed, at the end of the day, it is you. I can't remember the season, but we did have Nasarawa Amazons winning the title with almost all draws and winning just about. Once again, another chance goes begging. This time, it is Remo Stars. You could hear the screams from the fans. That's to tell you how disappointed they were that did not go in.
And saying that this is someone who is really usually clinical with the ball and very decisive.
Kafayat Bashiru,
yes, with 9 goals,
strike,
definitely.
With 9 goals, roofing that one over the goalpost, not troubling Morufa Demolo at all, not even the defenders. Oh, come on, they could do better.
And they could do better, and that might have been one of their very clean chances to actually go ahead in this game. I'm seeing that more of the ball has been in possession of Edo Queens in that particular, and that looks to have gone off or gone out of play, and the 4th official will signal for that to come back and a throw into Remo Stars ladies.
Well, the crowds are here. Everybody will mean something when it comes to the NWFL board here. Earlier we saw Nkechi Obi, the chairperson of the NWFL, and her board members as well, all geared up to see what happens here in Ikene. Who goes home with the crown? Who goes home to become the queens of Nigerian football, women's football? So far, so good. brilliant starts for Nasarawa Amazons and of course by also Queens, who got the better of their arch rivals in by Rivers Angels and of course Nigeria Rattles earlier on, which was match 1 and 2 of match day 1. Brilliant games we saw from those other games.
Yeah, brilliant games. We saw derbies in the 2 other games. This is not a derby, but of course they are not unknown to each other. They've played each other twice already this season, and they're not far from each other. I mean, you go out of Kenya, you're looking at Benin right there. But we've not seen the best of their football by every standard we've known them so far this season. Once again, my friend.
I was going to say a good delivery.
Finally from her, but no.
But that delivery wasn't good.
No. That's okay, Soju. Once again, she's a very,
small girl, so she's going to get better.
She will get better, obviously. But like I said, this has not been her day. And so far, so good. We are still hoping to see the very first change by Coach Remo, who has trusted his players of 11 players to prosecute the first 80 minutes of this game. I mean, the 80 minutes of the game, there's not like first 80. We can't get another 80 because it is a game that must end at the end of 90 plus added minutes.
Well, some persons are looking to reduce the amount of games to 45 to
60 minutes in total.
And you were looking for 80 minutes.
No, I'm not looking for 80. I was first 80. I was thinking of I had to correct myself because there's not like a second 80.
Absolutely,
I mean, 90. But we've seen 80 minutes played right here at the Remo Stars Stadium in Kenya. Home ground to Remo Stars ladies who are in action right now, looking for their very first win in the Super 6. On the very first edition, or the very first time they are qualifying for the Super 6, the second time they played in the NWFL. I mean, this is their second season in the NWFL and they've already qualified for that.
And the Queens are going again. This time has been backed by Hannah Ibrahim, but it is rather Marvelous Akbabaro who continue to press. She will lose the ball to Remo Stars. Remo Stars now will attack with Okesiji who sends the cross in, finds her teammates who has the ball in, but wouldn't be able to take a strike at it this time. She goes for Ogundele. Ogundele sends it out to Okesiji. Okesiji will send the drive into the box. She gets it back, but has been dispossessed once again, like she has been the entire first 81 minutes of the game.
It's your turn.
Brilliant they was. But then they had a really good chance.
Remo Stars ladies, yes, to go ahead in this game. And maybe we've finally seen them come out to play. Some glimpse of what we know they can actually play. Yeah. Talking about Remo Stars ladies, and maybe Edo Queens have taken their foot off the pedal a little, but Remo Stars ladies have not capitalized on those few chances or few glances of chances that they should have gotten, maybe got one behind for a goal.
A free kick taken, but then the delivery hovered around, and it is Charlotte Ajay who would collect for Remo Stars and is urging her players to go deep as she's about to float it into the air, which she does nicely and neatly. It is Edo Queens now with the ball. Deborah Ajiagbe. Edo Queens. Deborah. Remo Stars now has it. Headers here and there. Remo Stars. It is Okeseji who had the ball earlier, sent it out to her teammate, to Deborah Kainde. Deborah Kainde will send it to Bolaji. Bolaji. Deborah Kainde now has the ball, strikes. But there was also nothing to that, as another chance went begging, but Bolaji is struggling with her, probably her chin, because she was clattered into earlier on by Deborah Ojiagbe. Both players are on the ground, rolling and waiting for their medics to attend to them. What is going on today?
Man, it's been some really interesting 10 minutes we've seen in the last couple of plays, and Bolaji, I mean, not seen that much for what we know how to do, which is actually score goals.
Yeah.
And we've seen how right now in the last 20 minutes, this is second time in which she is causing a foul right there, and which is not what she's used to doing. So it shows that maybe frustration on the side of the Remo Star ladies, because I mean it's not going their way so far. Yes, they are not behind, but I mean they are playing in front of home fans. They want to prove a point that yes, we actually deserve to be here after qualifying as the second best team in Group A, and of course right behind the team that they're playing right now, Edo Queens, who they actually lost to in front of home fans also some weeks ago right here in Ikene. So yes, I mean they are looking to actually prove a point, actually look for revenge, and yes, you can see that lady right there, the highest goal scorer in the league this season, 14 goals, Bolaji Olamide, still up and looking for her very first goal of the Super 6. I mean, of all the players that are looking to increase their tally for the goal scoring record or the goal scoring accolade, which is the Golden Boots, it is only Janet today who has gotten her name on the score sheet.
Absolutely. Well, you can't count them out just yet, as we do have other substitutions coming in shortly. Oh yes, Remo starts now with the ball. Kisuju has the ball, but this time sent it directly to Edo Queens, who will have it and continue to press. It is still around the area. Bolaji gets the ball. Oh my, but then she drives it directly to Morifa Demola, who almost let it in between her legs. This is what another chance that I thought that would have stepped this game on. In the 86th minute, we're seeing a brilliant chance, and this time it is from the highest goal scorer so far this season, Bolaji. She cuts in to her right. With a right-footed strike, she went straight into the legs of Morifa Demola, but this time Demola stops that one, and they will once again try again.
And this time around is the person with the second highest number of goals for the team, with a wayward strike there, but I mean that's ended up getting deflected and would be a corner kick for Remo Stars ladies, who are pressing in the final minutes of regulation time here. Can we see a late winner for the home side? Well, that question is what is begging to be answered. But right now we have changes for Edo Queens.
Changes are being made, and it is going to be Lovett Edo who is about to take her time to come in and to replace Sajat Adebi. Sajat Adebi has been replaced by Lovett Edo. But then the corner kick, it's been taken straight into the net and it goes in! It is, of course, a goal for Remo Stars and ladies. Eventually, that goal will go in. They ever asked and finally, it has gone in. What a way to kickstart your Super 6 charge. What a way to put your fans in a frenzy, and a brilliant way to start. Ogundele gets in there. It is a little bit confusing because it was straight from the corner flag, and when it went to the lady we thought wasn't going to do it today.
Can anything good come from Nazareth, you ask me? Yes, something good. Ogundele with the push right there, and that looks to be an own goal, but we claim it.
We're looking at it now.
That is an own goal.
And basically,
looks like it was guarded in by Ibrahim Hana. Yes, I think Hana will claim.
I think it was straight from the corner flag, but, and then the goalkeeper had a hand to it. So I think it's like I should give to Hana Ibrahim.
Hana Ibrahim actually looks to have guarded it. Well, we'll get confirmation from yes.
Well, it is currently Hana Ibrahim who scored 88 seconds, and Remo Stars lead Edo Queens by a goal to 0 right about now.
I mean, I can wax all lyrical where you asked me about Hana Ibrahim. I talked about her earlier on in the second half, mentioned that this lady is one whose story this season has been nothing short of phenomenal and inspirational. Hana Ibrahim, who this season, in the regular season, lost her dad, went on to play in that particular game and ensure that her team got a win against Southwestern rivals in Queens that particular day. And of course, she has been a mainstay in the defense, a very young lad playing with the Flamingos team, a mainstay in the Flamingos team that have also qualified for the next World Cup, in which the under-17 would be playing. and she has had a very phenomenal season. Talking about Ayomide Hannah Ibrahim, who has been young but fearless under Coach Remo Matthew, and you could see her going to hug her coach right there immediately after that particular goal went in. And Remo Stars ladies, against the run of play in the entirety of the game, maybe in the final 10 minutes we've seen so far, we've seen them actually being the one to show intent, and that intent has been rewarded as they are currently leading in front of home fans, and maybe they will eventually pay the fans for what the fans witnessed in the previous encounter between themselves and Edo Queens, where they lost by a lone goal also. I mean, one goal is enough to hurt you. In this competition.
We talked about it all mattering when it comes to what it is, but I thought that was a very slight. I thought it was already going in, and it should be.
That should looks like an own goal, but I mean, it's awarded to Hannah Ibrahim, and I mean, she'll take it. Remo Stars will take it. A goal is in, whether it is from a defender, whether it is an own goal, or whether it is from a striker. All that matters that they have 3 points and they are starting so far so good. They're starting their campaign with a win. I mean, if it ends this way, because we're still waiting for confirmation for how many minutes will be added on after the first 90, as we've played into the first 90 already, and hoping to get final more minutes for this encounter, which have come alive in the final part of the game, as against what we've seen in the first 80 minutes, as we've been saying.
Absolutely. Well, it is crazy. In the first 90, we have such a
the first 90
of the encounter. It is absolutely pure chaos here, as this goal has sparked the attention of the fans who have come out to cheer their own team. We talked about playing at home, and if this was going to spur them to victory here, and that is what it's looking like. But Edo, we know, will not relent, will not give up. They have the ball here, but then a poor cross this time from Chioma Moses, who was trying to find her teammate in SNMM.
I mean, 4 minutes added, but Remo Stars ladies will have to be careful right there, because lack of communication just seconds ago almost cost them deadly right there. But they will go to defend this particular one. And I mean, Blessed Isigo is trying to raise her hands to prove her innocence there, claiming that I mean, she did nothing wrong to have warranted a foul against her. And I mean, Edo Queens will be looking to get maybe an equalizer in this particular, or with this particular free kick that they have been awarded them right there.
Well, free kick it is, straight on the goals, but just inches, centimeters away from the goalpost. Wow. It's starting to be feisty out here. It is Miracle Reseni, whose right-footed strike was just inches away from goal. The two sides who were not looking so good sparked up in the 90th minute as that goal from Hannah Ibrahim ensured that she'll put her team ahead as Remo Stars.
Back to her goal kick duties, talking about immaculate.
Well, there are reports. Well, there's a little bit of confusion when it comes to the goal scorer, because there have been talks about lots of goal scorers here, number 4, number 14, number 8. But here we go. It is, of course, Edo Queens who have the ball. Edo Queens, that's it. Straight into there. But it's been properly cleared out by Remo Stars defense.
And of course, the person who currently is still the one who might be claiming the goal, talking about Hannah Ibrahim, the defender who has been solid, was the one to ensure that that chance was cleared out timely. And of course, ensure that they are just 30 seconds away from claiming their second victory over Edo Queens in all competition.
It's going to be 2 wins for Edo Queens, 2 wins for Remo Stars.
1 loss each.
What a brilliant way to kickstart your journey in the Super 6 and for the title as well.
As debutants in the competition as well.
Apparently, and as hosts.
As hosts, well. Yes. Let's not forget that they are hosting.
And lots of as well.
Yes, I mean, this is going to be a very good mood for everyone in the Kenya. You can see how happy the fans are, considering that it's party tomorrow for Remo Stars, the men's team. who would be looking to be crowned champions tomorrow in front of home fans also.
Well, once again, Edo Queens has the ball and are driving into the area for Remo Stars. Well, Remo Stars has it. It is Remo Stars now. The ball has been sent out for a throw in as well. Well, time waiting tactics starting to kick in because the referee would have to manage the game properly now and not let tempers fly, because Edo Queens will be asking questions. She is on the ground. Why is she wasting time here and there? So the referee has got to manage the game. Well, game will continue. Referee isn't waiting for no one.
And everyone is up.
Everyone is up. You have to be up. You don't want to take chances.
Definitely.
You could cost your team. And that is the final whistle here at the Remo Stars Stadium. You can see what this victory means for the Remo Stars ladies. They are debutants in this very competition. It is their first ever Super 6. It is their first ever goal in the Super 6. It is also their first time hosting the Super 6. And they have gotten the better of the defending champions in Edo Queens out here in front of their home fans, where they embarrassingly lost to this team 1-0. Maybe not embarrassingly, you would say, but then this is the result they wanted. This is exactly what they wanted. Not the best of football we saw,
not the most entertaining also,
not the most entertaining,
but 3 points is what's important. Yes,
it's the 3 points, and that is what it is. Moses Atiku and his team would have to go back to the drawing board, look at the baby of the team, and how she's being carried by the team.
Okay, Sanji, my woman. she came under a lot of scrutiny from us here in the commentary box, considering the fact that she had to maybe enjoy a lot of bullying from the Edo Queen ladies, and you can see Ogundele and the rest of the team excited and of course jubilating with their coach, with the coaching crew, with the media team, as they've gotten their very first win. And also on the other side, I mean, when there's a winner, there's someone who has suffered defeat, and that's Edo Queens, who are not starting their title defense on a good note. I mean, your first game and you're losing to Edo, so to Remo Stars ladies there, and of course
it is a game that Remo Stars will not be forgetting in any time soon, in a way that they have done. It is Edo Queens 0, Remo Stars 1, and it's the full time out here at the Remo Stars Stadium out here in Ikene, the NWFL Super 6.
Man, it's something to be proud of, and you can see how this means, or what this means.
Fabulous win this is for the fans of Remo Stars. You can see what it means. They are going out to appreciate their supporters club. This is how and what it means to host and to win your first game.
I mean, host and win, it's something to be proud of. And I mean, not just the supporters club, but the fans all excited for what they've seen. And this, like I said, this is the template to what to expect tomorrow for the fans. It's party in Ikene, and what a way to start the weekend.
Well, this is the full-time highlights of what we just witnessed. It is Remo Stars ladies who eventually ended up winning this one, but then again we had multiple chances and pictorial chances from these two sides. Not the best of them all, but then again we had chances. Charlotte Ajay ensured that she eventually kept the team in the game multiple times. Edo Queens tried and asked, but it did not happen for the team. Remember, Matthew is elated with whatever she just witnessed here today, coming all the way from Ethiopia and coming
to witness her first win in the NWFL Super 6.
Yeah.
I mean, also a morale boost to the girls, because I mean, you could see how excited the girls there playing when they saw her on the touchline. And of course, she dishing out instruction and she trusting the team in the. I mean, did we get any change for Remo Stars?
Absolutely not.
She trusted the girls from the start to the finish of this game, and of course, the girls rewarded her with her very first win with this team. Talking about Wemimo Matthew right there, getting her first win in the NWFL Super 6. And this is the second half, the start of the second half. You can see in the highlights where we had a goalless start. And I mean, Ademola Morufat was the one who was tested more in the encounter in the second half. And eventually, she had to let one go. We could see that the defending champion started on the front foot, got some very interesting chances for Remo Stars ladies also.
Look at how Remo Stars had plethora of chances, but they just couldn't put the ball into the back of the net, and that would have probably changed the complexion of the game. Looking at how they had chances, chesting it there, Hannah Ibrahim ensuring that she had that deep crossing. This was one of the best chances, you would say. When we talked about it, it was straight on into the arms of Charlotte Ajay, who had the ball earlier on, kept it to our safety. But then it was, like we said, a game where the teams had chances but somehow couldn't bring. And this was another chance that would have seen the likes of Bolaji put herself on the score sheet. That would have probably been her first goal, or her first goal in the Super 6, but her 15th goal. But that wouldn't be the case as the ball was kept in play with that play. But here it comes, the goal, and it is Anna Ibrahim, who eventually got a part of her body to that ball, and of course will see herself on the score sheet. I didn't think it was the best save from Morufa Demola, the goalkeeper for Edo Queens.
I mean, she just helped Hannah with whatever Hannah had in mind to do, and Hannah was eventually awarded that goal. Hannah Ibrahim, defender for Remo Stars ladies, and of course for the under-17 side, talking about the Flamingos.
Well, that is exactly
full-time. Yes,
that's exactly the full-time.
Full-time, and you can see how it was ecstasy for the girls in white, and of course striped with blue and red on their jerseys. Remo Stars ladies.
Well, it is Edo Queens at full-time who lost at home to Remo Stars. 1-0 to nil. Edo nil, Remo 1. Well, this is how it will end for today. And so far, we saw Nigeria earlier today in the first match of match day 1 did lose out to Nasarawa Amazons by 1-2. The second game where we saw the clash of titans by also Queens defeating Rivers Angels by 1-0, and the Edo Queens, defending champions, just minutes ago losing out to Remo Stars ladies by 1-0. And that is all that we saw today. We'll continue tomorrow with how things will go, but looking at match day 2, which will be on a Monday, as it is, we'll get to see Nasarawa Amazons up against Bioso Queens to be our first game, and then will be Remo Stars ladies taking on Nigeria Rattles, and the last game we'll see Rivers Angels up against our defending champions, of course, Edo Queens.
We'll also be looking for their first win after suffering losses on match day 1.
And on day 3, which is going to be the next day on Tuesday, Nigeria Rattles will be up against Edo Queens. Nasarawa Amazons will be taking on Nigeria Rattles, and Bioso Queens will take on Remo Stars ladies as well. So these are what to expect in the next days to come in the NWFL Super 6. But this is all from us today, and we say thank you for joining us as well. Have a lovely evening, and goodbye to you all.
Thank you.